Funko is raising the price of Pops, but there's a good reason for it. If you don't know, every single company right now is having to raise prices due to a bunch of different reasons in the world. And Funko is now finally officially coming out with a statement about it. So we're going to be taking a look at this because they put up a blog post, and let's go through it. Alrighty, we've made it to the website, and now I am noticing something right away. They changed the tabs on the top here, so now it's Pop Yourself Limited Edition, Fandoms, Category, and Feature. It was definitely not in this order. I believe Pop Yourself was last on the list of things here, but now they've got it first. It's gotta be one of their biggest sellers now. And also, Limited Edition is starting this week, the day that I'm filming this, so that is pretty interesting, and we'll have to touch upon that a little bit more because they've updated that section on the website. But now, everybody, we've got to scroll all the way to the bottom here and click on blogs so we can get into this here. We're committed to delivering for fans even in a changing world. Hey fanatics, well, here it comes. The update no one wants to deliver, but we have to address it. Let's talk pricing. Feel free to imagine that this is fine meme here. Funny enough, they've actually turned him into a Funko Pop. Anyways, that's not the point though. Let's just continue because it's all about pricing as well as what they're going to be doing in the future with their Pops and a bunch of other stuff. We know price changes are frustrating, especially for longtime collectors, but the reality is it costs more to make things today. From rising tariffs to shipping to raw materials, the cost of creating our products has gone up significantly. If you haven't seen, in the United States, they have started putting tariffs on a lot of different items, especially things imported into the US from, of course, outside of the United States. I just saw recently that they're going to be somehow tariffing movies by 100%, and Avengers Doomsday is being filmed in the UK. I don't even really know what that means, so we're not going to get into it. There was something weird about that recently. So anyways, with everything becoming more expensive, I'm sure that also means vinyl, and that also means cardboard and packaging, so of course Funko is going to make their Pops a little bit pricier. Even with a global supply chain stretching across multiple countries, our designs are still dreamed up and built by talented artists right here in the US. That means more craftsmanship, more collaboration, and yes, more costs. So like I said, everybody, and I'm sure this is kind of how it's going, every single country is having different tariffs and import fees and all these different things actually happening to them that everything's becoming, well, way pricier. But now it says, so why the price update? We've done everything we can to hold the line. Because the Funko community is our priority, we're opting to absorb a big part of the increase behind the scenes. But to keep doing what we do best, delivering high-quality, display-worthy, collector-loved products, we need to make an adjustment. So, if you don't know what that means, everybody, a lot of the prices that would be changing normally for companies, it seems like Funko is actually going to be taking that on themselves, so we're still paying a similar price to what it was before. But it seems like that's not going to be able to happen everywhere, so let's continue here to see what's actually going to be changing. So along with these changes comes some good news. We're committed to delivering the following upgrades coming to your shelf soon. Better sculpts and more detailed figures. Yes, your shelf deserves that glow up. And now if you don't know what this means, I'm guessing they're talking about Pop Plus, and this is just an example that I have in my collection here where it actually says Plus, and you can tell they're the Pop Plus figures because they have this like shiny border all the way around them. They've got a lot more detail, and they're usually like, I think $3 more than a regular figure. The next thing they have here though is premium packaging printed directly onto the box. Less clutter, more stunner. And actually, funny enough, we can go right back to this gamer stitch here because on the front, instead of putting the metallic sticker, they actually just have it next to the name on the bottom, which I like because then you get to see more of the figure inside. Even though I do love the amount of stickers that they put on figures sometimes, because I'm a collector, I like to see how many could they put on one box, and I think the problem is with them creating different stickers, each of those has a value that goes along with it. And I don't mean resale value, I mean literally to make a Target sticker, then a flocked sticker, then a metallic one, then a glow-in-the-dark. Every single one of those is then a new thing that they have to purchase for the boxes. So this is probably one of those things that they're going to be cutting back on, printing it on the box, so that way there's not another thing that they have to purchase to try to make these figures the same price, or at least very close to what they are now. Then we've got expanded Octane 5 stickers to track and authenticate rare finds. Ooh, all the pretty colors. If you guys haven't seen the limited edition collectibles, we talked about that tab a little earlier. We'll get to that one. Also, I made an entire video about it, so we're not going to dig too much into it today, but if you want to check out the other one that I made, made, I definitely recommend it. Anyways, though, I want to show you the Octane sticker that they're talking about, because I actually was able to pick up this Dexter Morgan the other day, and if you take a look on the front, he has that brand new Octane 5 sticker that a lot of the new characters are going to have. And now, from experience in purchasing things in bulk, because I do it, you know, for like merch that I actually have for my YouTube channel, I have noticed that the more you purchase, the cheaper it gets. So, if I were to guess, if they're only going to be doing the Octane 5 stickers from now on, where they're the exact same shape, maybe just like a different color, depending on how rare it is probably way, way cheaper than making, like, you know, hundreds of different stickers and smaller quantities. Like, there might be, I don't even know, like 1 million of these stickers say that they're going to be ordering for every single character that they're creating, which would make it way cheaper than like 10,000 of this one, 10,000 of that, you know, 100,000 of this. So I totally understand how that is a way to save on costs, because of course they're printing the same thing, it's way easier. It also says limited edition collectibles that are actually limited, which I am so excited about. And you know what, since I've been talking about it so much, let's actually just click on the limited edition section up at the top here, and we'll check it out a little bit closer up. So it says fan rewards limited edition drops, and you can see here are the ones coming soon. The one that's going to be releasing first is Genya, the metallic version. It's actually on the 9th of May, which is really, really soon actually. And so anyways, you can see how limited they are, as well as when they're going to be releasing. And anyways, like I said, if you want to check out the entire video all about that stuff, I definitely recommend it. But now, getting back to the article here, it says this isn't about pricing for the sake of pricing, which I feel like most people understand. I did see that there were some people saying like, oh, we knew it, the price was going to go up, but it's for literally everything right now. It's about making sure we can keep giving you the best collectible experience possible without cutting corners or dialing back the magic. Which, if I'm going to be honest, everybody, I am really excited that they mentioned this, because I don't want Funko Pops to become just like this such, I don't know, like I don't want it to be so boring with every single figure. Like recently, they have really been making some great drops that I've been excited about. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have been too, like with all of the new Biddy announcements. I also just saw the brand new Pop Plants category that they announced, and there was no negative comments that I could find anywhere about that. It's a set that I'm 100% going to be collecting, as well as probably picking up extras for people to give as gifts, because I think they really do look amazing. And so Funko's been doing a really great job recently. I don't want anything to ruin that, because I want them to do well. I love Funko. Anyways, though, it then says, and we're doing everything possible to avoid higher increases than what production actually requires, whether it's exclusives or your everyday shelf heroes. Which I think for a lot of you, you are probably going to be really excited about. And I like the way that they're doing it, where maybe they're able to make a little bit extra off the Pop Pluses to keep the other figures at still that, like, you know, $12 price range. We believe collecting should still feel like a treat, not a luxury, and you shouldn't need a space rocket or a side hustle to get your hands on a great pop. Thank you for sticking with us. You're the reason the Funko community exists. And I love how vulnerable they were at the end, actually kind of throughout this entire thing, like really just letting you know they're trying their best with what's going on in the world right now. I feel like this is something that everybody needed to hear, because when it comes to Funko Pops, like even this one that I have over here, there isn't really that many of the new ones that have released recently, because, well, they're just so brand new. I only have like about probably 5 or 6 in my collection. But something like this tin toy here is just like, I've been wanting it for years. It is so exciting that they're creating it, and if something like a price increase is going to take away from this, I really hope that Funko can somehow get around it with relative ease. It's not something that anybody expected, so of course there are going to be problems throughout the entire process. And now, everybody, with these price increases, I actually want to just go to the Shop All section on Funko.com to see kind of what's going on here. So a lot of the new stuff here, we've got the pre-orders at the top. I'm pretty excited about Shibuzi. And now with Shibuzi, I'm wondering, is he come with a hard stack? No, I don't think so. He's just like a regular figure. Sorry, I wanted to take a look because he's $14.99, and I don't think I've ever seen a $99 on the website. So maybe this is like the slight price increase with it being a pre-order figure. It is also a really great one though, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't mind paying a few dollars more for a figure if it means it'll look amazing and we can get it in relatively quick time. And now, everybody, here is another one that I wanted to talk about, because we have some Pop Plus here with this One Piece one as well as Inuyasha. So you can see that they're a little bit more expensive, and I think honestly honestly, $20 for a Pop Plus and a Protector is not bad. And this one just released the other day, so I'm guessing this is also along with the new pricing. And now I don't know if some of these prices are going to get even higher, but exclusives have always been $15, and this one makes sense. And then, of course, you know, the regular ones are $12. I am not seeing anything too crazy here, so people complaining online about the prices going up really don't have anything to complain about. At least at the moment. If anything bigger happens, they might have to, you know, actually change the prices a little bit more in the future, but for now, it seems all right. And well, anyways, everybody, I figured I would just come on today to talk about the new article because it is a big deal that Funko is actually mentioning something about this. And if this is the way that Funko's going to be going with these crazier figures just at a slightly higher price point, I am excited about it. And I also want to see what you guys have to think about this in the comment section below. Like, would you rather the more simpler $12 ones or something for like, you know, $3 to $4 more, but it is a way cooler piece for your collection? I also cannot wait to see what else they're going to be coming out with the limited edition figures, because I feel like that is going to be a big deal as well. And so far, they're pretty, like, you know, reasonable figures, but I have a feeling in the future, they're going to drop something crazy on that limited edition section that everybody's going to need. But seriously though, everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow!